Hi everyone, welcome back to the Power Leader podcast. Today, we are naming something every leader feels but rarely diagnoses. Change fatigue is the psychological, emotional, and biological collapse that happens when humans are asked to transform faster than their nervous system can recover. This episode is not theory, it is real world leadership psychology that separates managers from architects. Change fatigue is not a mindset issue, and it is not a motivation deficit, and it is not about people don't want to change. It is just the body saying, my adaptive capacity has been exceeded. When change becomes constant, new systems, new leaders, new priorities, and new crisis, the nervous system stop interpreting change as growth and it starts interpreting change as danger. And once the body enters that state, performance drops, creativity drops, and emotional resilience drops. Not because people don't want to change, but because they are psychologically depleted. Let's talk science, the part most leaders ignore. Relentless changes push the body into a low-grade threat response. Cortisol stays elevated, sleep becomes shallow, focus fragments, muscles stay tense, and immunity weakens, and decision-making collapse. This is not psychological weakness, but it is the body doing its own job, protecting you from overload. It is just the biology, and leaders who ignores biology end up mismanaging the psychology. Let's talk about how change fatigue shifts personality. When the nervous system is overwhelmed, the personality does not stay stable. It adapts. People become irritable, withdrawn, overly dependent on direction, avoidant of anything new, and less confident in their abilities. This is not who they are. This is who they become under chronic adaptation pressure. If leaders misinterpret these signals as resistance, they miss the truth. The system is exhausted. Let's talk about the psychological roots of change fatigue. 3 psychological drivers sit at the core. Number 1, cognitive overload. Too many decisions, too many novelty, and the brain gets tired. Second is loss of predictability. Humans need stability to feel safe, and unpredictability activates the threat response. Third one is the identity disruption, because every change forces a micro reinvention, and too many reinvention creates identity exhaustion. People don't just lose energy, but they lose the sense of themselves. And here is the part most leaders never learn. Change management is not about managing change, but it is about managing capacity. Wise leaders slow the pace to increase the impact because stability is a performance strategy, and they regulate the emotional climate. So, your nervous system becomes the room's nervous system. They anchor identity before introducing change. People must know who they are before becoming someone new. And wise leaders reduce cognitive load. They simplify, prioritize, and remove noise. And they build recovery cycles into the culture because rest is an infrastructure, not just a reward. And wise leaders communicate what will change and what will not change. This is how power leaders create sustainable transformation instead of organizational burnout. Change fatigue is not a failure, it is a feedback. A wise leader listens in themselves and in others and in the culture they steward, because sustainable change is not built on pressure. It is built on capacity, clarity, and care. A leader's power is not measured by how much change they can force, but how much humanity they protect while the world transforms around them. This is the Power Leader podcast. Signing off.